Hello students, I am Sanam KB from Department of Physics, RBNB College, Shrampur. This is my lecture number 7 on the topic magnetic fields due to electric current. In previous lecture, we saw about that magnetic field produced by straight current flowing through straight conductor, and that value of magnetic field is already we obtained that mu 0 upon 2 pi r into this I. This is a magnetic field produced by current in a straight long conducting wire, where R is a perpendicular distance of a point from that conducting long wire, and I be the current flowing through it. Now, today we are going to next article, that is a 10.11, force of attraction between two parallel wires. Now we have to obtain the expression for force of attraction between two wires. For that purpose, here we consider two conducting wires. These wires are infinitesimally long conducting wires. This is a wire 2 and this is a wire 1. Now directions of currents are parallel here. Current through this wire 1 is I1, through wire 2 is I2. These wires are separated by distance d here. Now we have to find what is the force of attraction between these two wires. Now first know that what is the force produced by magnetic field. That general equation of that force produced by magnetic field is IBL here. That is IBL sin theta. Here direction of magnetic field is perpendicular to that current, and therefore theta is equal to 90 degree, sin theta is equal to 1, and therefore force produced by magnetic field is IBL. We have to use this idea. Again we use that what is the value of B. In previous lecture we saw that value of B, that is a magnetic field, is mu 0 I divided by 2 pi d here, where d be the distance between these two conducting wires, and to measure the total length of this conducting wire. And now here these conducting wires are made up of large number of length elements dl, and therefore total length of this conducting wire 1 or conducting wire 2 will be integration of dl. This idea kept in our mind, and then we obtain the expression for force of attraction between these two conducting wires. Now here we know that when current flowing through this wire 1, then magnetic field is produced around it. Here again current I2 is flowing through this wire 2, then magnetic field is produced around the wire. And now these both wires are in magnetic fields of one another, means this wire 2 is in a field of wire 2, and now this wire 1 is in a field of wire 2 here. And now distance between these two wires is small d here. Now here what is the force? Now force on wire 2 due to current I1 flowing wire 1 is given by. Now means that force acting on wire 2 due to wire 1 is equal to, you know the formula for force produced by magnetic field, IBL here. Now that current flowing through this will be I2 into value of magnetic field, that is a B here, into that length magnetic field produced by wire 1 म्हणूया, that is a B1 here, and that will be integration of DL is the length of that wire 1 here, is equal to I2, what is the value of B1, that is magnetic field produced by this wire 1 is here, and that will be mu 0 I1 is here divided by 2 pi into that distance, that is a D, into integration of L, that is equals to mu 0 this I1 I2 divided by 2 pi D into that length integration of DL. This is the force on wire 2 due to wire 1. Now here, what is the direction of this force acting on this wire 2? That can be explained by right hand rule here. Now this perpendicular thumb indicate the direction of current, and that curved fingers indicate the direction of magnetic field here. Now here magnetic field is directed inward, and now according to right hand that PAM rule will be, this indicates, thumb indicate the direction of current. Now the state fingers indicate the, in that inner direction, indicate the direction of magnetic field, and this PAM indicate the direction of force produced by this magnetic field, means direction of force is like this one. And now this is force on wire 2 due to wire 1. Okay, and value of that force is like this one is equal to mu 0 I1 I2 2 pi d integration of dl. Now this wire is infinitely long, and therefore we find here the force per unit length. Okay, force per unit length, that is integration of this dl is equals to mu 0 I1 I2 divided by 2 pi d, means this is force per unit length of that wire is equal to mu 0 I1 I2 divided by 2 pi d. Suppose this is equation number 1 here, where I1 and I2 are the currents flowing through these two conducting wires, that is wire 1 and wire 2, and d with the distance between these two wires, and now mu 0 is a permeability constant. Okay, and now again we find the force on wire 1 here. Now here we find the force on this wire 1 due to current current flowing wire 2 here is given by that force on wire 1 due to wire 2 is equals to, in same manner that current current flowing through that wire is I1, then magnetic field produced due to wire 2 into that total length. Now this wire is again made up of small length elements dl, and now therefore this I1, what is the magnetic field produced in that wire 2 is mu 0 I2 divided by 2 pi d into that integration of dl, and that is equals to I1 I2 here. We write first that this constant mu 0, then I1 I2 divided by 2 pi d, that integration of dl. This is a force F12. Now here what is the direction of this force? Now here this force produces the magnetic field which is directed outward from this left hand rule and that PAM rule. This magnetic field is directed outward, this symbol indicates, and the direction of force produced by magnetic field is perpendicular, means directed in this way. So this force is perpendicular to this current, and this force is F12 here. The direction of force is towards that wire 2 and direction of this force is towards wire 1, and so there is a attraction, means here is a force of attraction. When two parallel currents moving through this two parallel conducting wires, there is a force of attraction, and force per unit length is same manner in these two wires. Means that here again I will write the force per unit length, force per unit length is same, that is mu 0 I1 I2 divided by 2 pi d. According to that PAM rules, these two forces are here opposite, and therefore that force on wire 2 due to wire 1 is equal to minus sign that force on this wire 1 due to wire 2, and this force is a attractive force. This is attraction between these two conductors. Okay, means when these currents are parallel, if currents are parallel in two conducting wires, then force is attractive. Then force is attractive here. Now we consider the another case that currents are anti-parallel here. Current flowing through these conductors are anti-parallels, means their directions are like this one. Suppose consider these two wires. This is a wire 2 and now this is a wire 1. These are separated by distance d, and here current I1 flowing through this wire 1, and now current flowing through wire 2 is a I2 here. Okay, here directions are anti-parallel. Here currents are anti-parallel, and now according to that right hand rule and that PAM rule, directions of current are like this one. Now here force acting on this wire 2 due to wire 1, which is here outward direction, and then force will be away in outward from this wire. This is force due to wire 2 on wire 1. Now here according to that PAM rule, direction of this force is a force on wire 1 due to wire 2. That will be perpendicular here. According to that PAM rule of right hand rule, and the direction of force is like this one, means there is a repulsion there is a repulsive force between these two conducting wire. When currents are in a anti-parallel, then force between these two conducting wire is a repulsive force, and magnitude of these two forces is again obtained in same manner, and therefore force per unit length for both the wires are same, and it is given by mu 0 I1 I2 divided by 2 pi d. Here means here is a force of repulsion when that currents are in anti-parallel. Means here write the another remark for that anti-parallel currents. This is a first remark. Here is a second remark. If currents are anti-parallel, currents are in anti-parallel in two conducting wires, then force is repulsive or force of repulsion here. In this way, we can easily obtain the expression for here force of attraction or repulsion between two parallel wires. If current flowing through these parallel wires is parallel, then there is a force of attraction. If currents are anti-parallel, then there is a repulsive force between that two wires. And now one important term, that is a unit of current, ampere. We can define the 1 ampere in terms of these two currents. That is a 1 ampere. How to define that 1 ampere? We obtain that this force per unit length. Okay, force per unit length mu 0 I1 I2 2 pi d here. Now here in that formula, that is a force per unit length, force per unit length is equal to that current of two parallel wires which are separated by unit length, that is this distance d is equal to 1 meter, and then force per unit length gives the current of 1 ampere flowing through that two parallel conducting wires. And now we can define that 1 ampere. It is the force per unit length of wire if current of two parallel wires which are separated by a unit length. Means in terms of that distance 1 meter, we can define the 1 ampere from this equation 1, that is a force per unit length of a wire. Now this is very simple expression for force of attraction or repulsion between two parallel conducting wires. Okay, now we can stop here.